Emily's disappearance was a mystery that puzzled everyone for a decade. It was a sunny day when she vanished without a trace, leaving her family and the community in shock. Rick and Sarah, her parents, had taken her to the park for a leisurely afternoon outing. Emily was playing on the swings while Rick and Sarah watched from a nearby bench. Then, in a blink of an eye, Emily was gone. Rick and Sarah searched frantically, calling out her name, but there was no sign of her daughter. It was a heart-wrenching moment for the family as they realized their daughter had disappeared. Despite their anguish, Rick and Sarah refused to give up hope. They plastered missing posters all over town, organized search parties, and pleaded for any information about Emily's whereabouts. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, hope began to fade. For 10 long years, Rick and Sarah lived with the pain of not knowing what happened to their daughter. Every birthday, holiday, and family gathering was tinged with sadness as they mourned the absence of Emily, but they never stopped believing that one day she would come back to them. Their home became a shrine to Emily, filled with photos, toys, and memories of happier times. They held onto the hope that she was out there somewhere, waiting to be reunited with her family. Meanwhile, the community rallied around Rick and Sarah, offering support and sympathy in their time of need. Everyone hoped and prayed for Emily's safe return, but as the years passed, the chances of finding her grew slimmer. Then, one fateful night, everything changed. Rick and Sarah were settling down for bed when they heard a knock at the door. To their shock and delight, there stood Emily, looking as if no time had passed at all. Sarah couldn't believe her eyes and nearly fainted at the sight of her daughter. Emily's words were haunting as she said, "Mom, I need to tell you something." It was a moment of disbelief and overwhelming joy as Rick and Sarah embraced their long-lost daughter. Tears flowed freely as they held each other, the weight of years apart melting away in the warmth of their reunion. As Emily settled back into her childhood home, she began to recount the events that led to her disappearance. It all started that day at the park, a seemingly ordinary outing that turned into a nightmare. Emily vividly remembered playing on the swings when a stranger approached her. He offered her candy and promised to take her on an adventure. Innocent and trusting, Emily followed him, unaware of the danger that awaited her. Before she knew it, Emily was whisked away in a van, her cries drowned out by the cruel silence of her captor. She was taken to a remote cabin in the woods, where she spent the next decade in captivity. Life in captivity was a harrowing ordeal for Emily. Her captor was abusive and controlling, using fear and manipulation to keep her compliant. She was confined to a small, dark cellar for most of the time, with little contact with the outside world. Despite the horrors she endured, Emily never lost hope. She clung to the memories of her family, drawing strength from their love and the promise of reunion. But as the years passed, her resilience was tested, and the prospect of escape seemed increasingly elusive. Then, one day, Emily saw a news report about a missing girl who resembled her sister. It sparked a flood of memories and awakened a determination to break free from her captor's grip. With newfound resolve, Emily waited for an opportunity to escape. When her captor left her alone, she seized the moment, using a metal pipe to knock him unconscious. With adrenaline coursing through her veins, Emily fled into the forest, desperate to find her way back to her family. Lost and disoriented, Emily wandered through the dense forest, her heart pounding with fear and anticipation. Every rustle of leaves sent shivers down her spine as she navigated the unfamiliar terrain. But Emily refused to give up. She pressed on, driven by the hope of reuniting with her family and reclaiming her life. With each step, she drew closer to freedom, her determination unshakable despite the obstacles in her path. Finally, After days of wandering, Emily stumbled upon a gas station, her first encounter with civilization in years. It was a surreal moment as she stepped into the brightly lit store, surrounded by strangers and the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Despite her apprehension, Emily knew that this was the first step towards a new beginning. With courage and determination, she approached the attendants, ready to embark on the next chapter of her life. As news of Emily's miraculous return spread, the community rejoiced, celebrating the reunion of a family torn apart by tragedy. Rick and Sarah were overwhelmed with emotion as they welcomed their daughter home, their hearts overflowing with love and gratitude. Together, they began the long process of healing, supporting each other as they navigated the challenges of rebuilding their lives. And though the scars of the past would always remain, they found solace in the strength of their bond and the promise of a brighter future together. Emily's journey was a testament to the power of hope, resilience, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Despite unimaginable hardship, she never lost sight of her dreams, clinging to the belief that one day she would be reunited with her family. Her story inspired countless others, reminding them that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. And as Emily looked towards the future, she knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would face them with courage and determination, secure in the knowledge that she was never alone. As Emily settled back into her old life, she marveled at the journey that had brought her home. Though the scars of her past would always remain, she found strength in the love and support of her family. Every day was a gift, a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of hope to overcome even the greatest of obstacles. And as Emily looked towards the future, she knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would face them with courage, grace, and the unwavering determination to live life to the fullest. Emily's journey is a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. In the face of unimaginable adversity, she never lost hope, clinging to the belief that one day she would be reunited with her family. Her story serves as a beacon of hope for all who have faced hardship, showing that even in the darkest of times, there is light to be found. As we reflect on Emily's remarkable journey, let us draw inspiration from her courage, determination, and unwavering faith. May her story remind us that no matter what challenges we may encounter, we have the strength within us to overcome them. Let us hold on to hope, knowing that even in our darkest moments, there is always a glimmer of light guiding us towards a brighter tomorrow. So as we bid farewell to Emily and her family, let us carry her story with us as a reminder of the power of resilience. Let us celebrate the triumph of the human spirit and cherish each day as a precious gift. And may we always remember that no matter what obstacles we face, we are never alone.